Sci-fi horror from found footage style. Please be good. Alright, guys, gals, and everything in between. Area 51 is a sci-fi horror film long in development by Oren Peli. If you don't know who Oren Peli is, he's the guy who directed the first Paranormal Activity, created it, wrote it, the whole shebang. When he was offered the other films, he was like, nah, thanks. I'm gonna go make this other movie called Area 51. Now, when I heard that this was going to be a thing, that Oren Peli, the director of Paranormal Activity, was gonna take his shot at aliens and extraterrestrials with a sort of conspiracy film that's done in the style of found footage, but revolving around Area 51 back in 2009. Like, this thing is old. I was like, oh, cool, I'm intrigued. I love conspiracy theories. I love reading about all of these fascinating things about extraterrestrials and space and all of that cool stuff. I want to see it. And it got delayed, and it got delayed, and delayed. Switch developers. Post-production needs to go somewhere else. 1,000,001 problems. I thought this film was never going to exist. And then it faded in the back of my head, and I was walking through Walmart. And I remember seeing a trailer, and then nothing else about it. I was like, oh, it probably got canned. Again. And I was walking through Walmart, and I saw it on there. It said exclusively at Walmart. And I was like, holy crap. Area 51 actually got released. I double-checked, make sure it was. It got released. So I was like, you know what? I gotta watch this one for you guys. So I shelled out the $12.95 for the DVD of it, and I decided to watch it and see how it was. So Area 51 revolves around a group of college kids who get wrapped up in the conspiracy behind Area 51, and they say, you know what, we're gonna go check it out and see what it's all about. Because they had a friend who had a strange encounter growing up. Now, this is an interesting premise, first off, and I have to say the movie has a great premise, and it leads you on this great premise that there is so much that they're offering. Now, the first problem, if you didn't realize it, this movie has a lot of flaws. There are some good, but it has a lot of flaws. So, if Area 51 is, in fact, the most guarded place in the world, and our heroes who are going to go in movie land to break in are a bunch of 20-something-year-olds to break in to the top government facility that not even military people can get into. So we're going to get some college students who are obsessed with partying to do it. Guys, gals, and everything in between, if you did not notice, you have to take some leaps in terms of stretching your imagination for this, because we have a bunch of unlikable characters going on a journey saying, okay, we're gonna do this, and instead of being like, are we gonna plan through with this? Are we gonna think about what's going on? No, we're gonna party. YOLO swag, selfies, all day, every day, boobies. There's a segment where they go to a strip club, and I'm like, was that even needed? Like, did you have some obligation contract to Pornhub? Is this really how low you guys are going, Area 51? It made no sense with that. And so, in this case, that means that the plot doesn't have necessary bits that it needs. So therefore, the plot suffers. And it's so freaking obnoxious how many times the plot deviates, where it's like, okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. It breaks up the monotony. Now, I heard that there were a ton of reshoots. I would imagine this was in the reshoots, judging by how the first act of this film was. Is they do a segment where they break into a guy's house who works at Area 51. And the plot explaining how he gets there doesn't make sense, but it doesn't matter. But they need to do a break-in. And the break-in is genuinely intense. And I was like, okay, that's cool. We're getting there. And then nothing kind of happens for a little while. They try and spook you, per se, with the atmosphere. But it doesn't get intense. The movie does not let you get attached to these characters. It does not let you believe for a second that these characters can do this. And it does not let you even stretch your imagination. There are so many films that I can stretch my imagination and say, okay, I buy it. I buy that this can happen, but that's because you care about the characters. Even in Paranormal Activity, which I think is horribly overrated, and I really don't like the movie, but I liked the tone that Oren Peli set and the believability. And this one, he gives you, I will say, there is a moment in this film that is genuinely amazing. So there's moments of greatness, and I understand why Jason Blum of Blumhouse Productions said, listen, we have faith in this idea and this property. I want to see what we can do with it. So I understand, I can see it, but at the same time, it's so horribly executed. It's like Oren Peli, as a director, said, you know what, I'm gonna tell a personal story about characters and then throw in some horror elements. That's really what it feels like. And so the movie feels disjointed. It feels like you're watching more along the lines of that 21 and over movie. You're not watching a movie about Area 51. This could have been a found footage heist style movie, and it was completely underused. I will say, now that I've ripped into this movie enough, now to the good. The good is the last 20 minutes. If this were a short film directed by Oren Peli on ABCs of Death 3, for example, and they took this chunk and they said this is the theme for one of the letters of the alphabet, this would have been amazing. It never would have made its budget back, but this movie has clearly not made its budget back anyway. So if they took this chunk, put it in ABCs of Death, at least people would have had that positive outlook. This film is freaking amazing for the last 20 minutes. Like, I'm sitting there going, oh my god, this is crazy. Because it's about breaking into Area 51, they get into Area 51. Granted, you don't really know why they actually want to break into Area 51, and spoiler, they don't tell you ever. It doesn't make sense. But they go into Area 51, they allude to some things, you can tell that maybe Oren Peli had an idea of where the series should go, but it was never executed that way, and that leaves problems. But this last 20 freaking minutes is so good that I was on the edge of my seat going, oh my god, they're breaking through, oh my god. It was thrilling, and it was great, and it was what I wanted to see from the beginning. So I still got to see what I wanted to see, but you have to schlock through like 40 minutes or more of this crap that you really don't want or need. So it leaves this horribly imbalanced movie where I actually have a positive look on this film leaving it, but I don't have an overall positive look of the film, and that disappoints me because I've wanted to see this film for years because I love extraterrestrials. I defend Dark Skies to this day, and I think that it's a good 20-minute short film that they could have put to so much more use, and they really, truly misused it. I want to tell you guys, I love found footage. I defend found footage movies a lot of time. One of my favorite films of all time is Cloverfield. But I will tell you that this film had that kind of stereotypical found footage that makes it with a bunch of douchebag characters you don't connect with on a strange journey that you don't get to piece together because the storyteller's like, we'll just make it found footage because I can't figure out why they would do this. And so in the end, in all reality, actually no, I just knocked down the rating a little bit lower. It's background noise. This film is background noise. If you put it on a Halloween time where you're doing a movie marathon where everyone is not paying attention to the screen after everyone's watched The Visit, put on Area 51 and everyone's gonna go drink Blue Moon in the corner. So just have it on TV. Alright, guys, gals, and everything in between. Are you gonna go check out Area 51 anyway? Did you guys actually like it? If you did, please comment below and let me know, because I actually liked that 20-minute chunk. And do you guys feel like maybe we really need to have that scary extraterrestrial type movie? And have you guys seen some underrated ones maybe that we've not noticed? Let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Got plenty more videos coming to you.